Daniel Lacey, Assistant Sports Information Director for Averett Athletics, here with head wrestling coach Blake Roulo. Blake, a lot has happened for you guys over the last month. Just to recap some of that, first you had Sam Braswell win the new Standard Invitational at 125. He beat two ranked opponents along the way, and then Brandon Woody got second at 141. He also beat a ranked opponent. And then as a result, Braswell was named Most Outstanding Wrestler for the tournament and D3Wrestle.com Wrestler of the Week. And then after that, you guys had Braswell and Woody crack the top 10 for both D3 Wrestle and Intermat. Braswell's ranked 6th, Woody is ranked 10th and 8th. And then the next day, you guys cracked the top 25 in Intermat, tied for 22nd in the nation right now. So start out by just talking about how big these accomplishments were for both your team and then Braswell and Woody individually.
First off, can't say enough about those two. They're incredible leaders. When Braswell's on, it lights a fuse in everyone else. And so what he did, and we're a month away from this, we've moved on from it, but what he did that weekend was really special. I mean, he gave up the first takedown in the semis to the number 7 ranked kid in the country and finds a way to immediately get an escape and take him down. Did that twice in the match. He wrestled the guy in the finals of that tournament who beat him by, I want to say, 11 or 12 points. That's the kid who knocked him out of the NCAA tournament last year. And to come back in less than a year, not even a year, and win that match 12-11, it says a lot about him. It says a lot about his character, his work ethic, and his competitiveness, the desire to be number one, and that's contagious. And he's the little firecracker that starts off for everyone else, and I couldn't be more proud of the month he's put together. He's got to learn to open it up against the guys who are trying to keep close matches with him now, the guys who don't belong in matches with us. Just continuing to chain wrestle. And Woody is just leads by example. Day in, day out, deserved it. Had a heck of a tournament at New Standard as well. Beat a guy in the semis that we lost to last year. We lost to him last year 5-2. Beat him 8-6 this year. He's making adjustments. He's not even the same guy he was. And then he wrestled I'm sure we'll get into it in a little bit, but wrestled the number 1 guy in the country in Stanich. We got to make adjustments because with his goals and where he wants to be come March, we can't be losing 12-3 to a guy like that. But I'm really happy with the leadership he brings day in and day out. Phenomenal character with 2 kids like that. The way they step in right away, and being ranked number 22 in the country, it's just wow. We're only 3 years in. 3 years. We don't have one senior. Does it now? And I say before, doesn't mean anything right now. No, we don't have any All-Americans on our resume. But it's guys are excited. There's something going on here. It's been a really special month right now.
Yeah, absolutely. And then fast forward to this past weekend, you guys are coming off a 4th place finish at Jim Kreitzer. There, Braswell and Woody, again, they won their titles. Woody beat the 7th ranked wrestler in the nation, Vasquez from Ferrum. And then you guys had 5 other guys place, including Trent Ragland made it to the championship bout and got 2nd on the tournament. What do you see from your guys at this tournament?
First I'll attack those 3 guys individually. Braswell did a good job. Yeah, did what he had to do to win. Guys are trying to slow him down best way they can. He had too much for him. I was really hoping Messiah would have brought their starter at 25. Would have loved to seen that matchup, but it is what it is. 41, it was funny. We were the number 2 seed against a kid we had already beaten twice last year who's ranked ahead of us. We beat him again. I thought was very convincingly 8-2, and we just gotta keep putting those types of wins together. I imagine he'll jump in the rankings, but he did a really good job. It got a little snippy at the end, and man, Woody kept his composure at the end of that match. I'm not going to go into details about it, but he's a leader. And then Ragland, finally in his first tournament, You know, he's a transfer from Virginia Tech for us. He wins 4 matches in a row. Had to gut one out in the quarters against the Messiah kid, and you know, I'm not gonna say necessarily overmatched, but got caught off guard against a really solid wrestler from Southern Virginia. And we'll see that kid in a dual meet later in the year, and hopefully we can change that result the other way. But Trent Ragland is giving us something we haven't had since the beginning of this program, and that's a finisher. And when you have someone great at 25 and you got someone great at heavyweight, it kind of helps control, you know, all the chaos that can be, you know, in the middle, down low, whatever. So we got good leaders all the way around. But overall, our team, all the way through, wrestled really well. Every weight class picked up wins, which is really good when you got every weight class coming out and no one goes 2 in BBQ. I think that's somewhat to be said. We only finished behind 3 teams, so finishing 4th. I was really impressed with the fighting character of a lot of our guys. George Mosley at 84 was another highlight. He lost. I know he finished 5th, but he lost to the returning regional champ by a takedown. He's only a freshman. That guy's a senior. He's going to find a way to close the gap on that guy. And then, yeah, that's the biggest ones that come to my mind.
Yeah, and speaking of Ragland and Mosby, obviously Ragland's come into his own since starting competition this last month. He's 6-1 on the year, and then Mosley at 184 is 14-7 on the year. Both solid records. How has their progression impressed you this season, and how does it help you guys when you can get wins at the upper weights?
It's definitely changed, you know, from years past. I know that both of those guys have the ability to qualify for the national tournament. Both guys expect to be there. They train like they want to be there. But it helps because when we first had this program, we were always good down low. And when you have a guy like Mosley and you have a guy like Ragland, and they're having their success as freshmen, it's just contagious. It's so contagious in the room. It's contagious in the runs. It's contagious in weightlifting. It's contagious in lifestyle. And it helps out our culture so much. Because it's not just we wrestle till 41 and then we're leaving. Our guys understand now that we are staying there and we will be the last match. Because our guy at heavyweight is going to be in the finals and we are going to have to wait. So now everyone's expected to be here. So, I mean, we had every heavyweight who'd entered win. We had 3 heavyweights enter win. I don't know if that's ever happened. Maybe it has, maybe it hasn't. But there's an expectation now with those upper weights. It's not okay to just go 2 and out. I mean, Kawan Lee at 197 won 4 matches. It's really cool seeing the transition from just going out there, being okay, to get pinned for a lot of those weights to now they're battling and they know what's expected of them and they're putting their best effort forward because that's all you can ask for is your best effort.
Yeah, that's great to hear. And last question, you guys head to the Virginia Duels this weekend. You'll enter as the 5 seed. What do you expect from that, and how can you guys benefit from taking on some of the top schools in Virginia?
You know, I know dual meet wise, we haven't done too hot. We've always been a better tournament team, but Virginia Duels, this will be the first time we're not going in as, you know, I'll just go ahead and say it, we're not going in as the last seed. So the fact that we are the 5 seed, we have jumped up a couple spots, and I think it shows that our improvement and our colleagues understand that we've improved. I believe we'll be going up against Liberty first. They're solid. They're going to be a tough matchup for us. Historically, they've always been solid. And I just want to see us, you know, from 25 all the way to heavyweight, I just want to see us battle out. My whole thing is it's going to be really hard for us to ever lose dual meets with almost 5 for sure guys winning matches. The other 5 guys just can't give up bonus points. That's what a dual meet is. If we go out there, we're giving up pins, we're going to lose. It's really that simple. But if we go out there and they know who they are, if we go out there and we don't give up bonus points, we can beat anyone in the country. There's no doubt about it. because our hosses are always going to show up. But our guys who aren't having the same consistency, you just got to do one thing. Let's not let these shoulders touch. We don't touch our back, we're going to beat a lot of good teams this weekend.